Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hens back with another video. So in today's video, we're going to be going over my official predictions for Team of the Year. These are going to be my final predictions because I do think that at this point in time, the Team of the Year card art is coded into the game, and EA have already selected who they want for Team of the Year. So these will be my final predictions. I don't think anything that happens from now until then, unless something crazy happens, is going to change who actually wins Team of the Year. So before we get started, I am recording this video a few days in advance. I'm going to be away over the Christmas, a bit over Christmas, and so I'm recording a couple videos in advance. So if you see a couple videos coming out to the next couple days and I'm not answering, comments or anything, or new packs come out that I haven't talked about, then that is why. It's because these videos have been recorded in advance. Now when we get started here, I'm going to say that I do believe that there are two possible ways that EA could be dealing with Team of the Year this year. The first possible way is they continue with their method from the past 2 years, which is having one player in each of the 6 positions. So center, right wing, lefty, right D, and goalie. Or the other option, I think that is completely possible, is having a Team of the Year that does not have position locks. For example, it will be 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and 1 goalie. So in these two different scenarios, I will give you my 2 predictions, and then finally what I think is going to actually happen. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about what you should do with the X factors of these Team of the Year predictions if you have them, and also along with honorable mentions and what to do with those X factors. All right, so to start off with, my official predictions, and this is what I believe that they will be. I do believe that there will be once again a position lock on the cards, because I believe that that is a true Team of the Year, is a position lock team rather than, being the best from every position rather than being the best, forwards. Because on a team, you're not going to have Matthews, McDavid, and another center on the same line. You're going to have a left wing, a right wing, and a center, which is why I think that these predictions are going to be they are going to be position locked. So no matter position locked or unposition locked, there are, in my opinion, 3 guarantees, not 4. I know a lot of people think that there are 4 guarantees, but in my opinion, I think there are 3 guaranteed players, not 4. Now, the first one, and I think the most, set in stone one, and the easiest one for me to predict is actually the goalie, which is Igor Shesterkin. Now, Shesterkin had an unbelievable season last year. He had one of the best goaltender performances we've seen in history of hockey, and he was truthfully unbelievable last year. He's had a little bit of a slower start at the beginning of this year. However, he's still been a very good goalie. Obviously, one of the best goalies in the league. And last year, he was the best goalie in the league, and it was not even particularly close whatsoever. I do believe that he is a lock to get it. But what I don't believe is I don't think you should make him. Unless you are spending money on the game. If you're free to play, even if you have 10 million coins, I do not think that you should make Shesterkin, because those coins could go into other things that would be much more worth it to you. He's not going to be an endgame. He is technically going to be an endgame goalie because he's going to be 99. But goalies don't really matter that much. And unless he gets, some super incentive for us to get him like all 99 stats right away, I don't think that he's going to be worth it no matter what. He's a little bit too small. He's got good abilities on his X Factor, but I still don't have really any trouble scoring on him. So I don't think that we should make Shesterkin, but he is my first official prediction. The second lock player that I have for both scenarios, whether it's position lock or non, is Cale Makar. Cale Makar won the Norris last year. He had an unbelievable season. He won the Stanley Cup to add on top of that. And, this card will be unbelievable. If this card gets a Team of the Year, which I'm 99.9999% sure that he will get a Team of the Year, this card is going to be unbelievable. I do recommend everybody who's watching this video when Team of the Year comes out to make this card, because I don't even need to look at his abilities at Team of the Year to know that this card will be the best in the game until pretty much the end of the year when 99 HUT happens. But regardless, this card will be, his Team of the Year will be on your team all year. His base, or his X Factor card's amazing. His base card's amazing. His, Nations of Hockey card is unbelievable too. This card is a must make, and I do highly recommend that you guys make Makar when he comes out, and I do believe that he will be a for sure lock. Now, the last one that I do think is going to be a lock is actually Roman Josi. Now, you may be thinking, well, what about Connor McDavid? Is he going to be a lock? Well, I'll get to that in a minute. I do think Josi is going to be a lock. He had the most points as a defenseman last season. He had an unbelievable season. He also has had a strong start to this season. And he's a very good player. I mean, he's unbelievable. He honestly, in my opinion, even though Cale Makar is my favorite player, I think he honestly should have won the Norris last year. This year, more than years in the past, he's felt unbelievable in game. And I'm very confident that EA are going to give him unbelievable abilities and make him more of a defensive, style defenseman than Cale Makar, who's going to be offensive at Team of the Year. But this card looks unbelievable. If he gets a +2 or +3 at Team of the Year, I'm going to say +2. I think he's going to be a 92 overall. This card will be unbelievable, and everybody should, get him if you have the capabilities of getting him. He is my third player that I think no matter what the outcome is for position lock or not, I think that he is a lock to get Team of the Year regardless. So my 3 guarantees, put a hence stamp of approval on these, a hence guarantee that the 3 Team of the Years that are guaranteed are Shesterkin, Josi, and Makar. Now let's get to the forwards, which everybody's super interested about, and this is the one where, a lot of people have different conceptions of who's going to be the forward. Now, although I do not think Connor McDavid is a lock, he is in my official prediction for both position lock and non-position lock. He is not a lock in my opinion because he did not win the Hart Trophy or the Richard Trophy, but he is Connor McDavid and he's having an amazing start to this season. So there is a very strong chance, although I do not think it is 100%. I do think there's a 95% chance that Connor McDavid will be the center spot for the position lock and one of the 4 spots for the non-position lock. Obviously, if this card comes out, everybody has to get him. The first priority out of any Team of the Year is Connor McDavid. Even if you have his X Factor, you want to upgrade it. Even if you think that, whatever ability he gets is going to be worse than Gold Wheels, upgrade his X Factor. Last year, I had his X Factor from the start of the year. His Team of the Year had Unstoppable Force, not Gold wheels, and I made the mistake of not upgrading to his Team of the Year, and I heavily regretted that because I made Vasilevsky, and I would have much rather had Connor McDavid's Team of the Year than Andre Vasilevsky, so I very much regret that. But this year, if he does get a Team of the Year, which I think he probably will, then make him, because he's going to be the best card in the game all year, no question about it. Even in 99 Hut, Connor McDavid is the best card in the game. He has certain animations that are unbelievable. His skating stride is unbelievable. This card is the best card in the game, and he will be all year. So make him do whatever you can. Make this card when he comes out. And I'm putting a 95% chance that he will get a Team of the Year. Now, the other alternative for the position lock is having a left wing and a right wing. Now, there are 4 or so players that will get honorable mentions from me for the position lock, and then I will go into the 2 that I think are actually going to get it. Now, the first player that I'm going to give an honorable mention to is Austin Matthews. He's had a bit of a slow start to this season. I think there is a chance that he gets it over McDavid just because he scored 60 goals last year, and that hasn't happened in a while. But, I really don't see him getting one over McDavid, although I'm not going to put the stamp of approval on McDavid because EA does some weird things, and I do think that Matthews is close enough for them to warrant giving him one over McDavid. But I really don't want to make that set in stone. And if he doesn't get one, I would not be surprised. If he does get one, I would be kind of surprised if it wasn't position locked, or if it was position locked, I'd be very surprised if he got one. But he's my first honorable mention. The second honorable mention that I have is actually, where is he on the list? He is right here, Mitchell Marner. I know a lot of people think that he's going to win it, but I don't think he's going to win it. I think it's going to be somebody else. He does not have the highest points per game over the last calendar year out of all right wingers. The only reason I could see Marner getting it is because EA would want some Toronto Maple Leaf representation in the Team of the Year because, maybe they want to sell more packs and whatever. But I don't think Mitchell Marner's going to get it. I think that him and the one that are going to get it are like 51% chance and 49% chance. And the 51% chance is the person that I'm going to pick, but I'll go over that in a minute. The other one who doesn't have an X factor is Johnny Gaudreau. I think he's got a chance. He's got, I think, the second or third highest most points per game out of all left wingers, but he's also had a very good season on a very poor team. So he's the other one that I'm going to say could possibly get it. And the last one I think that could possibly get it is Kirill Kaprizov. The left wing spot is the most contested spot out of all the spots. There is 3 very good options, Gaudreau, Kaprizov, and the one I'm going to go over in a minute who I'm going to pick. But Kaprizov, I think he has the second highest points per game as a left winger since the last calendar year, and Gaudreau has the third, and the person that I'm going to pick has the first. He has been unbelievable. He was good in the playoffs. He's been one of the best players like all year. He has a very good building game. Although he's only 5'10", he's 202 pounds, and he's got very solid balance. And if he does get a Team of the Year, his card will be very good. But I'm not 100% certain on him. Again, Kaprizov and Gaudreau, I think, are like 40% chance, and the person that is going to get it is 60% chance. I think Kaprizov and Gaudreau are about tied. Maybe Kaprizov is a little bit ahead. And the person who I do think is going to get the left wing spot at Team of the Year is Matthew Tkachuk, because he has the highest points per game in the last calendar year. He went pretty decently far in the playoffs, although Calgary was disappointed a little bit. They did go pretty decently far. He had a very strong showing, and I do think that this card would be amazing. If he does get a Team of the Year, this card looks very good, but I am not, fully certain on him getting a Team of the Year. I think that there's a very good chance that Kaprizov or Gaudreau get it over him, but I do think there's about a 60% chance that Matthew Tkachuk gets it, and I would put the hand stamp of approval on it, but I'm not certain enough for him to get it. And so he's my left winger of choice. My right winger of choice, as you guys might already know, I don't know if he has an X Factor this year, he doesn't, which absolutely blows my mind. Somehow he doesn't have one, but it's Nikita Kucherov. He does have the highest points per game as a right-handed winger. I don't know what EA are doing not giving him an X Factor. He is top, in my opinion, he's a top 3 player in the league when he's on his game. And I think that he is going to win the right wing spot, which would be good for me because I love left-handed wingers. And if there's 2 left-handed wingers and no right-handed wingers, I like left-handed players. So that's why I would be happy with that. But I do think Kucherov is going to get it over Mitch Marner. But, there is a chance that Marner gets it. And I wouldn't be, shocked if Marner won Team of the Year. Now, for no position lock, to round this video out, there are, instead of taking 2 wingers, so I'm going to drop Tkachuk and Kucherov for my predictions. McDavid, Yossi, Makar, and Shesterkin will stay the same, but my 2 other players that I'm going to pick are Austin Matthews, as I talked about earlier, 60 goals, Hart Trophy, etc., etc. He would be a very good Team of the Year if he won, so keep an eye out for him. He is my first prediction. I've already talked about him, so let me talk about the other one. Now, the other option, there's 2 very strong contenders, Leon Draisaitl and Nathan MacKinnon. Leon Draisaitl had the highest points per game out of these 2 last year. However, Nathan MacKinnon won the Stanley Cup, which is why I'm giving the edge to Nathan MacKinnon. Now, don't call me a biased Avalanche fan because I do love the Avalanche, and that might be a little bit of bias showing, but I do think McKinnon's going to win it just because he won the Cup, and he is the best player, if not the second best player on his team, and pretty much helped carry them to the Stanley Cup. So I do believe that Nathan MacKinnon is going to get that second or third forward spot. So, official predictions. No position lock. I have Shesterkin, Makar, Yossi, McDavid, Matthews, MacKinnon, with Draisaitl being like a 49%, MacKinnon being 51% in my opinion. And then with position lock, I have Shesterkin, Makar, Yossi, McDavid, Tkachuk, and Kucherov. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. If you made it this far in the video, comment down who your predictions are below. I really love to see those predictions while I'm away on my little holiday. I'll be reading through the comments. I don't know if I'll be able to, respond to all of them on my phone, but I'll definitely be reading through the comments and seeing who you guys pick. Obviously, all the honorable mentions I mentioned have a very strong chance, and I do think that there is a chance that my predictions could be wrong. I'm not putting them set in stone. Other than the 3, Shesterkin, Makar, and Yossi, I'm putting my stamp of approval that those will get Team of the Years. If you guys did enjoy this video, like I said, please drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.